Welcome to the Bandano Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. The Players Association released an unhinged, unchecked, emotional statement going at the league, going at the owners. And just when you think the owners in the league can't get more favor, can't look better in the court of public opinion, the Players Association always seem to do something that makes the other side look better. The Players Association always seem to do something to make the other side look more mature. As the details come out, you think to yourself, well, the league, the owners, they're trying to compromise. They're willing to give you a lot more money. They're willing to quadruple your salary. They're willing to raise the salary cap. They're willing to increase the revenue sharing from 9% to around 15%. They're willing to do all those things. But the players, not only do they not want to compromise, but they still want them to pay for room and board. They still want the owners to pay for their housing, their cars, the furniture, streaming subscriptions, groceries. They want the owners to pay for it all. Seems like the owners are done with it. And the more childish these players act, the more emboldened, hopefully, these owners are to say, we're not going to negotiate with terrorists. Maybe the owners are going to be more emboldened to say, we're done here. We're done. There's court of public opinion that you guys are trying to appeal to people's emotions. We're not playing that. We're trying to run a business here. We're trying to run a business. If you guys want to help us make money, cool. If you want to continue to have us lose money, well, then we'll move on without you. Let's get right into it. Please like the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below and subscribe to the channel. That would mean so much to me. The Players Association come out with a statement regarding CBA expiration. Let's see what they have to say. Friday, January 9th, 2026. At midnight, the 2020 WNBA Players Association Collective Bargaining Agreement will expire. Despite demonstrating our willingness to compromise in order to get a deal done, the WNBA and its teams have failed to meet us at the table with the same spirit and seriousness. Instead, they have remained committed to undervaluing player contributions, dismissing player concerns, and running out the clock. Today's display of an inflatable rat, a universal symbol of labor protests outside of the NBA store, calls attention to how the league and its teams have handled these negotiations. By delaying and clinging to the status quo, they are jeopardizing the livelihoods of players and the trust and investment of fans, all in the name of preserving regressive provisions that no longer belong in women's basketball. Players care deeply about their fans and take pride in honoring that loyalty every time they take the court. The league's tactics harm current and future players and marginalize the very people who show up for the game in communities across the world, across the country. The misguided approach will not work. In the face of the league and team's actions, the players remain undeterred, unafraid, and unwavering in their commitment to doing what is necessary to secure a transformational new CBA. This agreement must include a salary system tied to a meaningful share of the revenue that would not exist without player labor, mandate professional working conditions, and require protections that honor the players who built this league and set the next generation up for success. A whole bunch of garbage. A whole bunch of nonsense. The owners aren't willing to compromise. Well, if you look at the first proposal by the owners compared to this most latest proposal by the owners, all it shows is the owner's willingness to compromise. All it shows is the owner's willingness to move closer to the middle. All it shows is you guys' lack of willing to compromise. You guys' refusal to actually compromise and deal and negotiate. That's all that we get as fans. We don't see you guys trying to compromise at all. An inflatable rat outside the NBA store, you guys might as well have turned that inflatable rat into an inflatable snake, because that's what you guys are. You guys are a bunch of snakes snaking out the league. It's the truth. Players deeply care about their fans, the same fans you guys have thrown out because they're laughing at somebody's wig falling off, the same fans that you guys are doing fake sham investigations with because you can't handle an actual environment that feels like basketball, that feels like sports. Those same fans? Interesting. The same fans that you guys hand out little cards at before games saying, please don't say. Those fans are the fans that you care about? The fans that come trying to get a good product, but you guys can't make fundamentally sound plays. You guys can't make layups. You guys keep tripping over yourselves. Those same fans, the fans that come to watch good basketball, but the players are just practicing an hour a day, 2 hours a day minimum, those same fans you care about? Very interesting. Very interesting. The same fans that are told to watch but not criticize, those same fans you care about? Interesting. I don't think you guys care about you guys want your bread. Misguided approach will not work. Negotiation, that won't work. These players are crazy. These players are crazy. This is like the white chicks. You ever see white chicks? Of course you guys have seen white chicks. When they're at the desk checking into the hotel, and she's like, I'm going to write a letter. Dear Mr. Royal Hampton. That's what's going on here. They were losing their mind writing this letter. It's nasty work. And the owners responded here. This is the owner's response. The Women's National Basketball Association issued the following statement today. The current collective bargaining agreement has expired, and negotiations with the Women's National Basketball Players Association remain ongoing. As the league experiences a pivotal time of unprecedented popularity and growth, we recognize the importance of building upon that momentum. Our priority is a deal that significantly increases player salaries, enhances the overall player experience, and supports the long-term growth of the league for current and future generations of players and fans. I love hearing them talk about future players, because all that the Players Association is currently doing is ruining it for future players. They're trying their hardest to make sure that there's not a league for these future players to come to. They're making sure there's not enough money for these future players to get paid off of. Again, a lot of this is we missed the NIL era, so now we need to get ours. We missed the NIL era, and now we need to get ours. Something I want to show you guys. Be wary. We have Andy Costable talking about the WNBA and Players Association are in discussions of a moratorium proposal applicable to League Biz, specifically free agency. Reported at 11:06. We have Ramona Shelburne saying that same thing. We have Alexa Falupu saying the same thing. And what I want you guys to be wary of the fake fans out there that think that they know everything. I'm looking at you, yeah. Sources with knowledge of the situation tell Christina Williams that as of now, the WNBA has not proposed a free agency moratorium ahead of tonight's deadline, and that the league is taking the position that qualifying offers would go out on Sunday. Only for the real journalists to come out and say, yeah, she's lying. Let me actually put out the real news. Be on the lookout for these fake journalists, people. These fans masquerading as reporters. Be on the lookout. I know I give Annie some shit from time to time, right? I know I give Alexa some from time to time. Ramona, not so much. She's not really a prominent figure on this channel. But I'm not going to say that they're not real journalists, right? I'm not going to go that far. They might be biased in their reporting, right? They may not point out the obvious when it comes to the conflict of interest, but I'm not going to go as far as saying Annie's not a real journalist, Alexa's not a real journalist, a reporter, same thing with Ramona Shelburne. They're in the thick of things. They're in the weeds. They actually have sources. They actually have information. People like this, they're just super fans. They see a rumor on Twitter and they run with it. You get people putting out false statements only for the real journalists to put out the real statements, only for the fake journalists to correct their previous misleading comments. Just be on the lookout, please, if you're on Twitter. Moratorium proposal applicable to League Biz, specifically free agency. Now, I'm not going to waste your time because I value your guys' time. I do have the ESPN article pulled up. Let me just read it for you real quick. The idea of a moratorium was floated by the league a few days ago, but put in writing late Friday night, sources said, and the union is now reviewing the proposal. Front offices were told this week that teams should prepare to extend qualifying offers and core designations under the expired agreement. That would mean teams technically could offer players qualifying offers and core designations as soon as Sunday, January 20th. It's widely expected that players would not want to sign contracts while a new salary system with expected massive increases in compensation is still being bargained. Makes sense, but at least the league is trying to do something to push things along. Let's just take a look right here. Again, when it comes to the court of public opinion, the players are losing. The players have done this to themselves. Too much yapping. Too much yapping, too much barking. You guys, you ever walk in the neighborhood, right? You're walking through the streets, and you go by a house, and then out of nowhere you hear, and it's just a dog barking, and then you look, and it's like a little Shih Tzu. It's like a little annoying little Shih Tzu dog. That's what these players are. They're that annoying dog that's just barking at you out the window. I'm sorry, I had to. Picking a side, and I'm going with the owners. Damn. They've kept the W going since inception despite running deficits every year. If quadrupling salaries is enough, you need to talk to someone working in the real world, and it's the fans, not players, responsible for the added value. Bravo. It's the new influx of fans. Let's extend on that. It's Caitlin Clark's fans coming to support this junk. Let's be real here. If they cared about the fans, they would have signed the deal the league offered, which was more than fair. Y'all played the last 10 years for 60 to 200K, but I think 400K to 1.2 million is a slap in the face. Damn. Those idiots don't care about the fans. They try to tarnish the biggest fan base in the WNBA every chance they get. Facts. More whining, lockout, and end it all. Since you, shout out to you, Phoenix. Since you are the reporters for the Players Union, please tell these leaders that these statements from them need to be more professional and not condescending and nasty. Just bad. Players don't care about fans. Increasingly evident that a handful might. Too much conflict of interest to negotiate fairly. Losing respect daily for Collier, Stewart, and Aneka. So glad there are other women's sports to support, such as tennis, LPGA, and volleyball. Damn. You try and support, but then they put out something like this. What are we doing? I do want to say this. I don't want to toot our own horn, right? I don't want to toot our own horn. I'm going to toot it for all of us. I'm going to toot it for all of us that's been following the channel, watching me cover this. We've been pretty much team owners for a long time over here. We've been team owners for a long time over here. I'm just saying. You see the writing on the wall, and the writing's on the wall. When the writing's on the wall in permanent marker, it's hard to wipe that thing off. You know what I mean? We've been team owners, pro league for a long time. You're losing money. It's hard to be pro players when these guys are just losing money, embarrassing themselves every time they get in front of a microphone. It's hard. The owners do not care. The players will strike. The owners will still not care. And eventually, the players will completely cave. Billionaires do not care. Someone is flinching after the stare down. WNBA is not one of them. Just fold this league and be a phoenix to rise out of these ashes. I'm going to blame the people who wrote this letter. You know who I'm going to blame? Let me take a sip of this before I blame them. Before I blame these people. I'm blaming the 46,000 fans that used to follow this pre-Caitlin Clark. I'm sorry. I got to blame you guys. And if you're one of them that's been watching this channel, I'm not talking to you. The other ones. Because these ladies have been getting their ego inflated with subpar basketball for an extremely long time. They've been getting coddled for an extremely long time. They've been getting lied to for an extremely long time. To the point where they actually bought it. Instead of actually being honest with the product, instead of being honest with the performances on the court, a lot of these old fans just say, nah, just be nice. They're trying their hardest. Just be nice. Don't you just love women's just be nice. Instead of saying, no, you need to put time in the gym. No, you need to work at your handling. No, you need to work with your agility. No, you need to work on basic fundamentals. No, why don't you box out? And you know how you know that they haven't been told this? The 2024 rookie class. And I'm going to give you an example. Caitlin Clark comes in and shatters all these records as a rookie. Like every single record that's ever been made. Angel Reese comes in and just out rebounds everybody. Because you guys can't rebound. You guys can't box out. You guys got no hustle. You guys got complacent. Cameron Brink leading the league in blocks up until she gets injured. You guys got exposed bad last season. Bad. Like, people are thinking to themselves, wait, 20 and 10 is that big of a deal around here? I guess it is. I guess it is. Like, nobody can do it. She's the only one that could do it. Okay. Like, the golden child is getting like 6 assists, like Sue Bird with mediocre numbers, and people are doing backflips over Sue Bird's career numbers. It's like, did nobody tell her that that's not that good? Did nobody inform her that that's not like GOAT stuff? This is like, you watch and you see how heads and shoulders Caitlin Clark is above all these players. And it begs the question, what have you guys been doing the last 25 years? What have y'all been up to? You guys have just been hooping and humping, bumping and grinding in the hotel room. Oh, you hate to see it. Teammates going out with each other. Teammates marrying each other. Coaches with teammates. Oh. Coaches with players that they... And fans condone this. The journalists condone this. The owners allowed this. You can't say that they allowed this. They allowed this. But over the last 5 years, things are changing here. Things are changing. The owners don't want to bow down anymore. And people, the new fans, are saying, yeah, you know what? They shouldn't bow down anymore. The new fans are saying, you know what? The owners are actually right here. There's finally enough eyes on this product for the owners to actually have people say, wait, you guys are losing so much money. Why are you continuing to listen to them? Instead of being beat down from these players and the fans, like activist pulpit. The activists just standing on their soapbox. If the owners don't give us what they want, they hate women. Well, I don't hate women, but I want you guys to tell me I hate. Fine, I'll give you guys what you want. The owners better give us what they want or else they're anti-me. Well, I'm not really anti you guys. I just want to make money, but okay. I mean, I don't want to be accused of anything. I'll just give you what you want. And now the players are on their soapbox saying, you better give us 10 million salary cap. The owners are like, wait a second. I mean, I don't want to give you. And then in their ear, they hear fans, you don't got to give them nothing. You don't got to give them a damn dollar. And then that voice of fans get louder and louder and louder. And the owners are like, phew, finally, somebody here actually understands what we're going through. Somebody actually understands the nonsense that we've been dealing with. Yeah, they're right. We ain't got nothing. Players got to get over it. Like the video, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate all of the support. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.